Greetings, everyone. Welcome to day 20 of the Master Your Life Masterclass, where I, Breathmaster Aaron Motley, your global community elder, am your guide, sharing with you simplicity. Simplicity in the way to manage your body so dynamically and so masterfully that your reward is a high quality experience in your physical body, in your mind, in your emotions, and in your spirit. Getting grounded, taking advantage of the ether and all of the elements around you. In this process, I've been using a phenomenal tool that's known as the organ clock. And when you look at how it moves in a circular pattern that's known as the circadian rhythm, circular pattern of life. How you move through your day from sun up to sundown and back up from sundown to sunup, a 24-hour period in which various energies are flowing dynamically. And it's paramount that we are aware of the energetic flow. There are basic things that you can do that can basically almost guarantee a high quality experience. And you quite often, most people are doing these things when you're living a very simple and natural life attached to the earth, getting in your fruits and your veggies on a consistent basis. You typically are in that flow. Now, what that sets you up for is success, a high level of success when it comes to health and well being, which is extremely crucial if you want to live in heaven on earth. Why live in hell on earth with the hope that you can get to heaven when you're dead, when you can have heaven on earth in your body? And if you're a believer or no, after it's done, you can have heaven off of earth, or when you reincarnate into the next entity with the same high quality spirit that is in tune and in alignment with the energies that govern this time and whatever space that we happen to be in at that now. So I've been using this very dynamic tool up here, the organ clock. And as you can see, I'm not going to zoom in on it, but there are the small circles in here that show the elements, the six elements: fire, ether, and all of that good stuff: metal, wood, water. So at the beginning of this process, I asked you to ask your device, show me an organ clock or human energy clock, circadian rhythm clock, traditional Chinese medicine organ clock. It's a plethora of terms, but bottom line is it's an organ clock because it gives you guidance and awareness as to the times of day where the energy for each of your organs is heightened. It instructs on the actual actions you are to take at that time of day so as to best serve that organ so that organ can best serve you energetically, physically, and phenomenally, especially emotionally as well, because each of your organ houses the energy for a given emotion. And its supporting organs correlate with that, such as the liver and the gallbladder. The energies are synonymous because the organs work together harmoniously. So, with that organ clock, I'm going to pull up this large one. Now, I've made several of these. Throughout the course of this, I used my little flimsy one that really wasn't that colorful and didn't look that great, but I wanted you to impress upon you that it would be in your best interest to draw this clock out by hand yourself. You can draw several of them as I have. You see, I have one here. I have another one downstairs on the wall. I just made the other one that I'm about to show you now. And that one's a bit more colorful. Still, some may say it's a bit drab because it's not extremely vivid in color, because it still has the white background. So this is my organ clock that I created 2 nights ago. And this one is bigger. Words are written a little better. Had a little mishap right here. So, and then there's a couple of things where they flow over the line, but that's okay, because the energy from one organ to the next flows into the next. The blood flows from organ to organ, from body part to body part. So it's okay for things to kind of connect. So we started, this is a quick recap. We started with the beginning of the day, and we've traveled throughout the day following the course of the various organs and the various activities. So I'm going to recount a bit of that now, and then I'm going to talk to you about what we're going to do at the next phase of this 30-day process. We're at day 20 now. So 20 over 30, you drop the zeros, and you got 2 over 3. In other words, we're 2/3 of the way through this process. And once we get concluded with this process, we're going to continue on, because life don't stop. And we know that we have to keep it moving, keep it going, keep it flowing. That's what we're going to do right here, right now. We're going to flow right here with this clock. Okay, let me increase the size on this just a bit. Just a bit. And we're going to do some review. Okay, 5 to 7 a.m. Large intestines. Wake up. Do breath work. Do that in bed before you even get out of bed. Have 16 ounces of water at room temperature with the juice of half a lemon or half a lime. That's going to alkalize, hydrate, and aid that elimination process, which is directly tied to the large intestines and what it is that you're going to be doing at this time of the day when you're on point. You're going to be going to the bathroom. Okay? So you might as well just help that process along. Okay? That's what the water does. And it has electrolytes, which basically are elements or minerals that light up in the body. Literally, they light up in the body. That's what they call electrolytes. They have electricity. They have actually cause light in the body, and they lighten the body, because if you eliminate, you're gonna feel lighter. I do. So that's elimination time. It says walk and stretch, do your AM yoga, your AM meditation. So that's the 5 to 7 a.m. And then and that's the large intestines. Then we have the stomach time, which is at 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eat fruit, have a green smoothie. Mine is Edgar's smoothie because I named it after my dad, because I put in the elements that deal with high blood pressure and diabetes, because that's what he was on, those medications, and it helped get him off of some of those medications in short order. I'm talking about in a couple of weeks, things that he had been on for 9 years. The doctor like, you don't need it anymore. I'm like, okay. So Edgar's smoothie, you can find out about that in my book, The Obesity Myth. You're not overweight, you're overwaste. You can order that from me from my website, www.breathmastera.com. I will ship it to you wherever, whenever you are ready for it. You can also get the PDF download. You can get that from my website as well. Okay. Take supplements. Now, this you want to do toward closer to the 9 o'clock hour, because you don't want to slow down that elimination process that may still be going on between the hours of 7 and 9. Because unless you're doing breath work while you're sitting on the toilet, you may wind up having to go 2 or 3 times. If you're doing breath work when you're on the toilet, you can go one time, because that one time is going to push out the other stuff that's being shunted in stages all the way through, so you get a good clearing at that time. Plan your day, pack your lunch and snacks. Whoa, now that is so phenomenal when it comes to managing your body, because if you plan your day, you can have a calmer, more relaxed, more focused day. So plan your day between 7 and 9. You can do that while you're drinking your smoothie. Pack your lunch and snacks, because what happens when you eat out and you don't eat the things that are beneficial to you? You have issues. So plan your day, pack your snacks, pack your lunch. Now, 9 to 11 a.m. That's the spleen time. So you've done all your AM stuff. You had your breakfast. You've had your elimination. You've planned your day. You got your lunch and what have you. You're on the way. You're out the door. You're moving along. Going. If you're driving to work, you can do your breath work, some more additional breath work on the way to work. Work and be active. Ta-da! Get some done. What does the spleen do? It converts energy, converts nutrients into energy. Now, we talk about this energy piece because a lot of people, they always want count calories, calories energy, count calories, calories energy. That's not the only thing that's energy. All of your nutrients are actually energy. They're different elements such as minerals, vitamins, electrolytes, amino acids, proteins, lipids, so on and so forth, that nourish the body, that feed the cells, that help with cellular regeneration, that keep the body going, that rebuilds those 3 trillion cells on a regular daily basis. So you have that brand new body repetitively, over time, all the time, till it's done. Okay, so converts nutrients to energy. Mental powers. Mm-hmm. Definitely want to have your mental powers. Metabolism. And this is another good time to drink another bit of water. You know, room temperature, and have your AM meeting. You just got in the office. What do? They have AM meetings. Why do they do that? Correlates with displaying time. I told you some of these things you're doing are in direct alignment with the clock, because naturally and organically, we typically follow the energy that is prevalent in our body and in our spirit on a regular basis, except for when we are doing things that are designed to do other than that, so that other folks can be empowered, so that you don't have your mental powers. Something to think about. Okay, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're going past the noon hour, right? Okay, that's the heart time. Yeah, middle of the day, middle of the body, heart time. You want to get to the heart of the matter. It's a good time to eat lunch too. Eat lunch, socialize, connect, enjoy, and cooperate with others. Talk, be of service. Somebody can't carry their lunch tray, you in the cafeteria, give them a hand. And your lunch should be a nutrient balanced. I'm going to say nutrient dense as well as balanced, fiber rich food, FOOD, period. And that is the acronym, as you can read it in my book. Fuel oxygenates optimally daily. Fuels oxygenates optimally daily. That's what food does. If it doesn't, it's just stuff. It's going to stuff you like a turkey. You don't want to be a stuffed turkey. So get your FOOD, period, in alignment. Okay, so you want to do that at that time. Then from 1 to 3, small intestines. Okay, we've just eaten lunch. Now, we talked about stomach time earlier. After lunch, things go in the stomach. When you're eating, it goes in the stomach, right? Well, at lunch, when you're eating, it goes in the stomach. And also, let me say this about that also. That 9 to 11 a.m. thing, you're going to drink that water closer to 11 a.m. or 11:30 if you're going to be having your lunch at 12, because that water is going to help you feel full so you don't eat so much, especially if you have an appetite issue where you just can't stop eating. And also, the nutrient density of the food is going to make sure that your body's nutritionally sated, so your appetite is quelled. Between the water and the nutrient dense food, you're not going to eat as much. You're going to get better quality use of the food, more dynamic energy, and you're going to stay healthier. And you're not going to go out and have to lose weight because you won't have the accumulated waste of those toxins accumulated in the weight of the waste in your body. You're not overweight. You're overwaste, people. You're not overweight. You're overwaste, people. Drink your water before your lunch. Eat a nutrient-dense, fiber-rich food. Get that waste out of your body. Shift your thinking. Use your mental powers. Okay? Mm-hmm. Small intestine. Problem solving, organizing, sorting out your issues time. Your body's digesting. Okay? Things are moving out of the stomach into the small intestine. Your energy is a bit lower. So you don't want to engage in a whole lot of physical activity. So you're back at your desk and what have you. You're sorting things out and you're getting things coordinated for the rest of the day in preparation to end your day and begin tomorrow. If you're at the job and if you're at a desk, so on and so forth. Okay, now that time is between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. small intestine time. Then you got your bladder time, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Now food's moved out of your stomach, energy levels back up because that blood that's been used to churn that stuff is now circulating throughout the body again. So you want to get in some work, study. So if you're in a school setting, after lunchtime and what have you, you got your last few classes and what have you. So you definitely want to be on point with that. And you can also drink tea at this time. And if you're engaged in a waste management or weight management process, this is a good time to have your second green smoothie because it's 2 hours after lunch. Stuff's moved out of your small intestine, so you're not going to create conflict in your gut if you have a smoothie now. And your smoothie should consist of green leafy vegetables and fruit and water. Some people like to put different drinks in their smoothie. Myself, not so much. Your option though. And if you want to add some protein, this would be an okay time to add protein. I don't advocate using protein in the AM. So things that you're going to put in there are going to have its own protein anyway. But when you put in those heavier, more dense uh, molecular proteins, they're going to slow the digestive process down in the AM. So we want to have that at this time of day if we have the protein at all. Your food should have enough protein adequately anyway to support that. So you drink tea or smoothie. Best time for efficient work and herbal tea, drink water, internal cleanse. The water that you're going to be drinking at this time is going to help to move things through and help to rinse out those organs that are processing all of those things that's got, the fibers pulling things and what have you. The water is helping to rinse those things out. So what that is your internal rinse as far as your internal shower. Eating food is like an internal shower when it comes to what it does with the body as far as the nutrients and so on. It's the scrubbing bubbles, scrubbing bubbles, scrubbing bubbles. I'll talk about some bubbles in a moment. Kidneys. Time to eat dinner between 5 and 7 p.m. Most people are not going to eat dinner at 5. Get that. You don't want to eat dinner after 7 if at all possible. Okay, so you're going to eat dinner, which is you're going to restore your energy. You're going to relax. So you're going to rebuild your energy reserves. And if you're tired at this time, what you need to think about is what did you spend your energy on? What's taxing you? Put yourself first. So we talk about planning the day early in the day. We talk about working throughout the day and all these other things. It comes a point where you realize I've been doing all of this stuff for everybody else. Yeah, I socialize. I enjoy people's company, but maybe I need to think about myself a little more. So put yourself first. You're in the airplane, 3,000 feet, oxygen mask drops. What do? You put your mask on first so that you can have oxygen, so that you can have life, so that you can help your neighbors, you can help your children, you can help whoever on the plane needs help because you're oxygenated. You're not deprived. You're not laying there limp because you didn't get your air. Put yourself first. Can't help others if you are done. Okay? That's 5 to 7 p.m., 7 to 9 p.m. This is interesting. Some of y'all gonna like this. Pericardium time. What is pericardium time? What is pericardium? Pericardium is the sac that holds your heart. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that special? It's actually an actual sac for your heart. You know how when you really care about someone, you just want to hold their heart and just show them so much love. That's what the pericardium does for you. You keep that pericardium nourished, and that's the way you love yourself. And it's also how you have enough energy to love others. Now, if you dial it back in that kidney time frame, the kidney helps to house the energy, give you enough energy for loving, love making, and so on. Right after that comes pericardium time. And guess what pericardium time is good for? It's good for flirting, having fun, social interacting, and making love. Interesting. Very interesting. It is also, hi Debbie, it's the best time to conceive. So all you women who want to have children, watching your organ clock, watching your what is it, your cycle. You want to, you're looking at that, taking your temperature, making sure it's the best time. The best time of day is between 7 and 9 p.m. There's some other things. I mean, I got a whole protocol on preparing your body for pregnancy, and this goes for men and women. No men, I'm not preparing your body to get pregnant. We're not talking about that. We're talking about preparing your body to be able to deliver high quality, nutrient dense, spiritually aware, fully conscious sperm to activate that life by fertilizing that egg. Okay, so that's a whole lecture, practically a series. So pericardium is responsible for circulation, for brain, and reproductive health. Now, when it comes to reproductive health, I'm going to say this: get your mind right. If your mind ain't right, your body ain't tight. You ain't, well, I don't want to talk a whole lot of negative. So we're going to just say, suffice it to say, get your mind right, nourish your brain, take care of yourself. Okay. Now, between 9 and 11 p.m., for those of you who are just coming in on Facebook, I'm recounting the organ clock and all of the things that I've gone over during this organ clock up here, the 30-day Master Life Master Series. So you can migrate on over there at your convenience and check out that series that started on January 1, 2021. New year, new life, new day, new you. This is how we're going to do. Okay. So 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Read, chill out, relax. You had a lovely evening, a nice dinner, what have you, an awesome day at work, chilling and what have you, getting all your stuff in and making your body just shine on the inside. Made love to your spouse, mate, and you're relaxing and what have you. Not smoking a cigarette. You're gonna read. You're gonna chill. You're gonna relax. You may have even done massage and what have you. Pericardium time is also a good time for massage, that touch therapy. You know, so you're relaxed. And now between 9 and 11, that's the time of the triple warmer. This whole body cavity, the three segments, the upper, the the middle, and the lower. All of this inside has to stay warm. So it's like all of these are like little generators that generate heat to keep the body warm, because your extremities have so much bone, including your head, got so much bone that it doesn't need to be as hot. They don't need to be as hot, because these bags of water and muscle that compose all our organs inside of our chest cavity, they have to stay warm. So it generates heat here, here, and here. Now, up in the upper part, thyroids, middle part, adrenals, or lower part, adrenals. So what's up with that? Thyroids help, all of the, in the triple warmer, you're talking about the energy transfer. And of course, the thyroid regulates temperature and metabolism. So this time of day, it's good to stop and make sure you're not eating in this time frame. Why? Because you should have eaten already. You should be full. You should be sated nutritionally, okay? That should have been done already. Adding to that, you're getting ready to go to sleep. So this is a good time to, after food is begun to digest, to get ready for bed. Then after that, last quadrant, we're going from the triple warmer now, gallbladder, sleep, regenerate, and this last quadrant is interesting because it's we talk about sleep, but then there are things that wake you up. and they give you a clear signal of what's going on with your body that's not necessarily right. So if you have pain at this time and it wakes you up, it could indicate gallstones because that's the gallbladder time between 11 and 1 a.m. We're going to move right along because the gallbladder and the liver are organs that work together. So the energy in both of those have to do with, is it frustration, anger, some anxiety. Um, so with the liver, between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., deep, restful sleep, you should be knocked out and you should possibly be dreaming. Now, if you did everything right, you basically set up the dream space. Some people actually do dream work, but if you an upheaval and turmoil in your body, you're not going to be able to go into the dream space to get some messages and what have you, so that you can adapt that to your day. But if you have been doing what you're supposed to do, you should have a nice, restful dream state, and you should be able to do that dream work. Have those dreams that's going to give you messages of what's going on in your life as far as what you need to adjust and how wonderful things can be and will be once you do that work. Okay, so again, what I talked about this last quadrant, you switch sleep. So things that wake you up, things that go bump in the night. Okay, so waking at this time of night says that the liver is overwhelmed by detoxification, by detoxif- by working on detoxing a whole lot of stuff. The more stuff you got in there, the more work the liver has to do, and it's not resting. So you're not going to rest. So for you people who wake up unrested, who eat late at night, you're putting that liver to all kinds of stuff, man. It's got all kind of work to do. You need to go to sleep. You need to just don't eat and just do these things to get yourself restful. Get your body rested properly. So things to avoid, especially overindulgence of that can jack the liver up and have you up all night, are alcohol, chemicals, drugs, and eating things that don't make the liver comfortable, things that actually cause coagulation, things that get stuck, that get trapped. You know, they talk about dairy products. I talked about it too because I'll let you know that hey, milk as we call it is bovine infant formula. That's what it is. You're not a cow. It's not designed for you, and it will coagulate, congest. It's been proven, and seal things. What you ever see a piece of pizza dried? You didn't eat that pizza. It stayed out and sat on the counter for a day or two. Flies didn't get it, so it just dried up, turned. It looked like plastic, right? Think about that in your body. Think about what that will do to the liver. That'll keep you up at night. Finally, we have the lungs, which we discussed yesterday. Lung time is between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. You should be sound asleep. But if you're awakened by a hacking cough and phlegm and hawking and your body's expelling toxins, your lungs are trying to cleanse so that you can wake up and breathe easy, which is why also myself and Breathmaster Debbie, Breathmaster Paula, and a cadre of other breath masters are here for you to teach you how to best manage your lungs when it comes to the intake and the expulsion of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So this has been your recount of the organ clock. Let me go ahead and shut this down, stop sharing my screen. It's been up here for a bit. It's your body. It's your body. You are responsible for it. And your global community your elder. Yeah, I know I don't look like I'm 63, but I'm an old dude, young old dude. I'm giving you permission to take care of it. I'm giving you permission and setting you on your mission to retool, realign, to get in harmony with your body, with the organ clock, so that you can do specifically those things that are prevalent for the times of day that your organs are at the height of their energy. Ta-da! Now that you've had all of that, let me tell you what else we're going to do. We are going to start doing this certification process. So, Breath Master Certification, go to my website, look that up, get that done. I'll be rolling out number 2 as far as my certifications go. Heal thyself, family, community, and wellness leader, for that individual within the family network that's more on the health bent that everybody's like, stay away until they need you. Then it's like, I need help. Then it's like, as soon as you help them, they get it well and like, stay away. So, but you don't need to be exhausted in that process. And you also need better tools. That's what that certification is for. Heart touch, my third certification. Touch therapy extraordinaire. Several different energy modalities woven together to basically just make you just ah and on point. So more of that information on my website as well. I will say at this point, I'm going to sign off of the YouTube live. Thank you all for 20 days of wellness. We're moving